Bro, like in our 20s, in my 20s, I can't speak for everybody else. But when I first started in the guns, didn't even know how to line up the sights or what was the purpose. We knew the red dot was to aim, but minute of angle and sight picture, sight adjustment, sight alignment, over and under your line of sight, and the trajectory of the bullet is really at certain yards, and zeroing stuff in at 100, 200, and a 50-yard zero. All that stuff, bro. You really gotta study this stuff to really understand it. So going into my mid-30s, I'm like, yo, I'm not about to just go to the range and boom, boom, boom no more. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to hit my target. So I looked into targets, not paper targets. I did want to hit some steel clapping. I'd love to have a backyard. So he let me borrow his Caldwell lead sled. I had all the tools that I needed to do it. I mean, I got to the range and made myself at home. It took me like an hour and a half to sight in my Ruger PC carbine. I was shooting up and to the right at first. I did one shot at it. I didn't even do a 3-shot grouping. I did one shot, regretted the fact that I brung a black target. Said I needed a white target because my buddy next to me, he had his white targets. He had white targets, and I was like, dang, I should have had white target. Well, I'm sure he wouldn't mind giving me one. I sighted the Ruger PC carbine at 50 yards. I was satisfied with my grouping. I had a high wild double spinner shooting target setting out to the side. The high wild target still is 3/8 of an inch thick. So once I got a good grouping with the PC carbine and I got it sighted in, I went out to my high wild target, my spinning target, and I took a few rounds out there. I got my red dot on there, and no, I didn't aim at the 3.5. I aimed at the 4.5, and I was hitting my 4.5 diameter, target. Once I got where I wanted to be, I went to the high wild target, and this is what happened. That's why whatever caliber it say, you just stick to it. Because that 5.56 shot a hole straight through it. It's crazy. Like I told you, see how thick it is, thick steel. What we say that was 3/8 of an inch thick. That 5.56 went straight through. Now right here it bulged out. It didn't get straight, but 2 of them went straight through. And right there it hit, and it didn't go all the way through. I'm pretty sure somebody gonna be like, oh, what type of steel? Bro, this is steel. This thing is heavy. Just holding it is heavy. But I'm just saying, you can take that and just think about it like, at 50 yards, 3/8 inch steel. That's why these other guys be sighting in these full-size AR-15s at 100, 200, and 300 yards. The velocity, the trajectory, and the impact, all that, you can't really comprehend until you really go out there and see for yourself what happens. I wasn't expecting that, though. But when you see it for yourself, you just kind of like really can't understand it than when you just see it on YouTube. You see that?
Like the picture.
Thank you. My bought that shit. Don't get a feel for it.
Forever is the strangest thing. It's